everyone. Welcome to the Therapy Home. I am Dr. Nikki, your specialist. Today we will be discussing a very important topic. Mm, Communicating or communication in the bedroom. I just want you to bask in the atmosphere of love today. Let's talk. One thing you have to understand and realize is that communication is an integral part of every and any relationship. And it is important even when it comes to sex. You have to talk, you must communicate. The more open you are with your partner, the more sexual satisfaction you will get out of what your activities are. Depends on however you choose to have sex, make love, it doesn't matter. The way you communicate, the way you act, the way you do things in your personal space in your bedroom. I want to say to you today that communication is the key. One thing, you know, it's a situation wherein a lot of couples or, you know, one person might willing to talk or one person is not satisfied throughout the entire relationship. You can be with a person for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And to be honest, they'll probably have to think back and like, oh my gosh, when was the last time that we made love? When was the last time we loved upon each other? And I was like head over ears. It's like, I was like, oh, like for the next day, just going to work, just in the office, driving, at church, and just smiling about our activities in the bedroom the day before, even the morning before we left. It doesn't matter. A lot of times, things become so stagnant in the bedroom because people don't talk. People doesn't communicate. It might be in a situation where people don't want to hear. Because, for instance, you are willing and open to talk and to communicate with your partner, or you would definitely like things to be, different, ways or different tastes or different, tap it up or whatever. Put the topping in the bedroom, put the topping in love, put the topping in emotion, put the topping in touch, put the topping in feelings, put the topping on the exact activity throughout the entire sexual ordeal. Person, I don't want to hear that. They're probably like, oh, you're acting or you're thinking, you're talking to me like I don't know what I'm doing. You're making me uncomfortable. A lot of people are not even willing or open to talk about sex. How can you? You have your partner, you have your lover, you have your husband, and you're not satisfied. And you don't say nothing, but yet you grumble, you mumble, and you act like you can't be bothered. You just stay there like a sticky toy and just take whatever it is without even talking. Now, the best way to make any relationship progressive, successful, happy, fun, joyful, easy is by way of communication. Talking about sex early on. Sometimes you have to sit. What do you like? What are the do's and the don'ts? Do you like when I come in or he comes in and you just kind of set the mood, set the pace? Sometimes you have to understand and realize that you can't even set the pace, even at work. You send it a text message here and there, right? Yeah, I'm serious. You send a little bit of text message and you kind of give up a little bit of hint. Some people are afraid. I'm very verbal when it comes to sex. I'm not afraid to express myself. I'll talk to you. I'm talking to you right now. But a lot of people, they become so very uncomfortable. Some people don't even mention that word. It's like if you say anything to them, as soon as you bring up the topic on sex, they just pull into a shell like that, right? How do you communicate to your partner in the bedroom? And should I ask the question, are you willing to communicate with your partner in the bedroom? And let me ask this question again, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to hear it? Are you willing to understand? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to try something new? Talk to me. Are you willing to really appreciate what the other person is saying to you? You might be touching that person here and touching that person there. And you touch, sometimes you can touch an individual and but instead of getting them aroused or excited, they just close, their body just shut down. because you're not touching them at the right place. But are you willing to listen for your partner to say, okay, I like it when you touch me here, I like when you do this, I like when you do that. These are some of the topics, or these are some of the things, or these are some of the questions that we're going to be asked today, we're going to be answered, and we're going to be talked about today. Something that I fear at all times, and I must admit to you, and I must say to you, because you have to understand where I'm coming from. No communication whatsoever lead to bad sex. Most of us, we believe and probably expect that our partner should read our minds, but that can't happen. In fact, some people consider it awkward or embarrassing to ask, but that can really cause problems. Instead, talk about your fantasies with your partner. Right, tell him what you like. You can't just sit and say, oh, he should have known that he should do this. He should have known that he should do this. She should have known that she should do this. She should have known that she should do that. You cannot expect the person to read your mind. For instance, sitting and communicating, sitting and talking, are some other things. You ask questions. Did you like when I did that? Did you like when I touched you here? Did you? As a matter of fact, I want to say to you, on the other hand, it might, you might remain silent, and as a matter, it doesn't really give a person boundaries as to what to do or whatever. I mean, when they come on to you, love is an art. Love is an art. It's the act of love that leads into sexual activities is an art. And therefore, you might put yourself as a picture there, and you look and say, oh my God, this picture is so beautiful. It's just the same as your body. When you look at your body is just a beautiful thing to play with. It's like, I know you understand what I'm saying. Now, are there questions that you asked your partner? What would you like me to do? How do you like to be touched? How do you like this? When I do this, how do you like it? How did it feel? And let me ask you, partner, are you willing to answer this question truthfully? Stop acting shy. Stop acting like, you don't understand. Stop, open up. It is also a lack of communication that leads to you fake orgasm. Oh my God. Some people believe that just, pleasing their partner and experience a lot of pressure in the process. And in case they are unable to, really assume and to actually feel the intensity of the passion of love. Sometimes they just lay there and they just take it. And they just fake their orgasm. And this is something that we all need to stop doing. Stop faking it. There's a special place in your body that can be touched, and you can reach that peak. You just have to just lay there. I mean, how many times have you in your entire life, have you gotten an orgasm? Have you ever had one? I've heard people in their 40s, 45, 50 say, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have never had an orgasm in my entire life. Never. Let's face reality. When it comes on to communicating / communication in the bedroom, sometimes it's lacking. A lot of times it's lacking. How do you process your intimate lifestyle, liberty? I mean, on a daily basis. It's like you have your partner. How often do you talk? How often do you discuss? How often do you practice, literally practice? It's not hard, and there's nothing wrong to practice on each other. You call it foreplay. So I touch you here, and you touch me there. How does that feel? Oh no, I don't like the way you touch me. That feels good, and yes, I like it when you do that. And yes, how often? I want to say something to you all. It's just like a situation where some of us, we are so cold. When it comes on to our bedroom, when it comes on to love, we are so cold. It's like there's nothing there. It's just like a lot of women, to be quite honest, I've heard women speak, and the only way I sum it up at some point or the other is like you just feel like a toilet bowl. I know it sounds bad, but is it true? You just feel like a toilet bowl where you're just going to pee and just flush in the skull. And that happens a lot. There is no form of romance. There is nothing. It's just like you know you have someone there, and as soon as you feel an urge, you just turn that person over and you just do what you have to do and it's over. Sometimes the person is being left in so much, I call it heated heat, H-E-A-T, heated anguish. You know, the body burns and you just roll. Now, when it comes on to communicating in the bedroom, how do you deal? How do you do that? And if you don't start, how do you plan to start that? There are a lot of ways, and there are certain things I can say to you. If you need my assistance, if you need my help, I can tell you a thing or two, which makes sense. But a lot of you act like you know it all. When I ask the men this question, when was the last time you really and truly pleased your partner? Put her in an ecstasy until, you know, even the following day, she don't even want you to leave home. And she want you to stay. When was the last time? When was the last time you sit and ask her, how does it feel when I make love to you? How does it feel? And you listen to the words that I say. When I make love to you, not have sex. Because a lot of people, a lot of men, they don't know. And if you try to show them, they think that you went with someone else. If you try to talk to them, they believe that you've been touched by someone else or you're bringing other people's style there. No, it's just never too late to learn. What is your love language? Let me ask. Do you know what is love? Let me ask. When was the last time you take your time to, you know, to indulge in that moment of, in that mood of ecstasy? You take your time to explore. Question I must ask again. I'm asking all these questions. When was the last time you even set the mood? You set the mood, you set the place, you set the pace. And again, the place and the pace. To incorporate that feeling of deep intimacy. That's when your partner, whether he or she, and a lot of people, they don't even know to appreciate anything. A lot of times, women does this a lot. They go home and they set the mood, you know, they prepare the meal, they cook, they have the candles, they have the bubble bath, they have the rose petals, they have the whipped cream, they have the this, they have everything. They go to the extra mile to get what you like. And if you're not in Hennessy and Crown Royal to have a drink, if you're one of those hardcore men that, you know, like to drink up your Guinness and all of that, you know, she prepare everything for you because she wants to make sure that she partake of you wholeheartedly. But what do? You get home, you come home, you see all of this, and you see the mood is already set for you. But what do? You come in, you get angry, you're walking angry. You don't go take no shower, you don't do nothing. And regardless of what you see set up around you, you just lay down in the bed, talking about you want to sleep. How is that so? How is that so? This is what I'm asking. There are things that happen to people in life, and I can understand that. And that is the reason why we're doing this topic today. Communication in the bedroom, communicating in the bedroom. And a lot of times, you know, as ladies, sometimes we have our partner and they're going through certain things and they don't want to talk. But how would you know? That's the reason you must communicate. Your body goes through changes. So you might not be in the situation where you used to go for hours after hours after hours, but you start saying anything. You're withdrawn. You start pulling away from the bedroom. She can't understand why. Why aren't you coming to bed? What's wrong? What is going on with you? That's why we need to talk. We must talk. Is there a situation? Is there something going on with you? Is your body going through certain changes? Is that you're depressed and you cannot have an erection, or you can? It's just so much. But at the end of the day, we must talk. We must communicate. Yes, I already know. that you are fully up and running, you're vibrant, you're very, very festive. But just, having sex alone, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't cut it. There is more. There is more to just sexual activity in the bedroom than what you think. Sometimes you have sex with your partner, you're fully satisfied, and you're sleeping and you're snoring, while that person just lay down, looking up in the sky, probably crying, thinking all kind of things. A lot of people will have to get up from the bedroom, from the bed, and go to the bathroom or another room to please themselves, and that is bad. While you are there, how far are you willing to take foreplay? How far are you willing to take romance? Are you willing to just sit and take your time and just enjoy yourself and just, set the food, make sure that the person that you are with is satisfied, is pleased? Or it's all about your just selfish ego, your selfish, oh yes, you're boiling and you're hot and you're up and ready, and you just want to pop off and that's about it. You don't care about the other person's feelings. A lot of this causes problems at times, and we end up losing our partner. Noises, some people think, are too much. Is noise too much for you? If noise is too much for you, then definitely body language says it all. Because if during intimacy, if that person is talking to you, and yes, yeah, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear. You don't want to be distracted. Oh, it's distracting me. I don't understand. How could that distract you? But yes, as soon as you touch that person's certain place, the body language, the person's body start to connect with your body in a different way. You must know. But are you willing to know? Are you willing to learn? As we are on this topic of communication or communicating in the bedroom, I want to take this opportunity to say to you, you're not too big to learn. It's never too late to learn. Different strokes for different folks. So therefore, you probably think you might know it all. And you probably think you might be doing it all. But let me tell you something. You have some hardcore people out there who just not sit and just stay because they know better. It's not about the length of sexual activity that you perform in the bedroom. It's about making the person you're with satisfied, happy, feel complete, feel special. So on that note, I just want to say to you today, if you have never done it, or you're not doing it, or you shun or shy away from it, it's time for you to start talk about the things that you like. Don't accept just anything. Speak your mind. Speak about the way you want to be touched, the way you want to be loved upon, the way you want to accept things. I'm serious. And it goes both ways for men and women. And on that note, you realize that as soon as you start doing this, start incorporating different activities. Just don't get up and let this bedroom situation becomes a ritual. Just when I say a ritual, I mean it's you already know what's going to happen, and therefore you know that when you come, you're going to take his shower, or she's going to take her, she's going to come to bed, and she's just going to kiss me on my neck right here, kiss one right here, and by the time you know it's bam bam, and it's over. No, sit, talk. When I touch you here, how will it make you feel? When I touch you there, how will it make you feel? What are some of the things that we can do to spice up our bedroom? What are some of the things we can do different? Take charge. Just take charge of your situation, because definitely if you don't, someone else will.